I hate losing to the Philadelphia Eagles, and even more so that stupid play. I hate that play. It's not fun. It's dumb. I have no fair or not fair reason to dislike it. Well, I didn't coming into the season. I've now changed my tune on that too. I've said stance. I just don't think the play's fun, so I want it banned because it's boring to watch and stupid. However, I've been paying more attention this year. I think the Eagles cheat on it every single time.
Camera. See? You see? Oh, you don't see it? He moves! Right there! Wait! Right there! Coincidence? I think not! This little rat is guilty! He's guilty! You can see it on his smug little face! Guilty! I say guilty! Guilty! No!
Well, the center lines up off sides, and then the left tackle, left guard, and right guard all move before the ball's even snapped.
Right.
And I've always wondered, it's like, Hurts takes the snap and then waits a second. It's because the rest of the offensive line is moving before he's even getting the football. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's stupid. And I think the thing that drives me nuts is Nick Sirianni gets away with it.
Yeah.
I think that makes it worse.
And this isn't me being salty about not being able to do it. I think if you run a non-cheating QB sneak, they're probably still going to convert just as many. Maybe they convert one less, right? Maybe it's one less per game or whatever. Maybe they go from 93% to 87% conversion. They still win this game with no matter what for this part, right? This is not me saying the Chiefs win without it. However, last week, they were aligning guards over the football. The center moved the football underneath him, so he was aligned over the nose of the ball. The guards were touching the tail. That's all illegal. That's all illegal formation. That's a penalty. If you can't call it, then the play's got to go. This week, they got even worse. They were false starting on every single one of them. Every single one. They were false starting, and the guards were firing off before the ball moved. I don't know how you can't. You can't ref it properly. You can't ref it the way it has to be. You do not know how to judge this play. You got to get rid of it if you can't judge it. I'm sorry. It's just that stupid. It's a stupid play. And if you don't know how to ref it, it's got to go. If you can figure out how to accurately ref it within the rules of the game of football, whatever, keep the lame play. But if you can't, it's got to go. It's the stupidest play in all of football.
I mean, at the goal line, it's 4th and 1 and second down, third down, fourth down, all of these downs. And you're pushing them back to the 6. You're pushing the ball back to the 6-yard line for the false starts from the offensive line, from the interior offensive line of the Philadelphia Eagles. It was brutal. It was absolutely brutal to watch it happen over and over again. I will say, though, I'm pretty sure on the last one, they finally got the message, and I don't think the guards false started on the final tush push that closed the game, or the third down tush push that closed the game. So there's that at least. Yeah. At least they finally learned their lesson there, right? They got away with it for the entirety of the game. I tweeted out, I think the refs had the chance to do the funniest thing ever on that 3rd and 1 and call the false start. That would have been actively hilarious. They go the entire day without calling it, and they finally get it right the last one. That would have been funny. But
you know what's garbage?
What?
Fox, after the first 2, didn't go back and show every single one of them 100 times like NBC did to Juwan Taylor's false starting. They stopped after the first 2. They showed, and they're like, oh, we don't need to show this anymore. We don't need to keep driving it home. NBC didn't get that message from Juwan Taylor's false starting.
Yeah. And Tom really needs to cape up for his guy Mahomes there on that one too, right? Like he
did a pretty good job. He can't, given his position, he's gotta walk a very thin line with this because he technically is an owner. So
you mean like going to production meetings for all of your opponents?
So he can't do too much.
Raiders?
But even the competitiveness of Tom got the best of him. He's going to get a stern talking to about how he can't do that because he's an owner. But the competitiveness got too much of him because he's like, what is this? They're clearly false starting.
Every single time.
I have always been at the forefront of just I don't care. Tush push, I just think the Eagles are really good at it, right? So I don't think that's a reason to ban a play because the team is really good at it, right? That's what I thought. Until today. Today is the day that I have decided that the tush push should be banned. You have Dean Blandino on Fox saying, I'm done with it. I don't want to talk about this anymore. Dean Blandino said this play is too hard to officiate. And I don't want it to be banned because because the Eagles are so good at it. I want it banned because no one officiates it correctly. That's why it should be banned. I think that gets kind of strewn out and taken out of context and out of proportion is that people are like, oh, well, you just don't want the Eagles to run it because they're so good at it. No, I want it to be officiated properly and fairly, and it's not, and it has never really been. And now this year, I think it's really been magnified how improperly that the tush push has been officiated, and it's clearly a competitive advantage for the Philadelphia Eagles. They are really good at running it. There's other teams that run it that don't do it like they do, obviously because other teams follow the rules when they do it. So I think that there's a little bit of two sides to a coin there. They can't officiate it properly. They have too hard of a time spotting the ball, clearly, when they're doing this too. So it's just too much for the officiating crew to have to deal with. And you've got analysts, and Tom Brady is kind of fed up. Like, I mean, you're getting commentators, broadcasters, analysts, rules analysts. They're saying like, all right, this is too hard. This is too hard to officiate. We got to get rid of it. So like, I think it's coming to a close, obviously, and this year, if the Eagles make another run with the tush push and they end up winning the Super Bowl back-to-back because of the tush push, I think you might see a little bit more of a magnification on the play. But, man, today was one of those days that it was really frustrating. And, again, the Chiefs did not lose because of the tush push. Like, that is reason all the way at the bottom, right? Like, that's at the bottom of the list of things that the Chiefs lost because of. And the officiating, you throw that down there too. I mean, we're not complaining about that. I mean, it just has to be fair. It just has to be fair. It has to be officiated properly, and it was not done like that.